Boogie, drop that beat.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Talking Out Loud with Miss Talkative. Everything I say is my own opinion, alleged, and strictly entertainment purposes. Remember, I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video, let me know what you think. Now, it's being alleged and rumored that Keke was possibly fired from Lamh Transfer because of the rant that Carlos was doing. You know, he never comes straight out and say anything. He tries to put everything in his little Sunday sermons, and so his past little sermon talking about people missing their blessings and not doing the right thing and stuff like that. People are alluding to that being he's talking about Keke and that she was let go. And my thing is, if she was let go, because I don't know if she was or wasn't, if she was let go, Keke did it to herself. And the reason I say that is because Keke, she didn't have to do all these antics and stuff like that. She went out bad. If she did, she went out bad, horribly, because Keke was supposed to, her storyline, she has a story. She didn't have to fake for the camera. She didn't have to drum up nothing. She has her own story to tell. Her husband has a story of him going through what he went through with her, having to live with an addict. You don't hear too many men that actually stuck by their wife while they was addicted to anything. Most men, like, you don't get it together, because men are, in my opinion, men are not built like women. They're not strong enough. So it's very rare that you hear where a man wants to stick by their wife to get her through it. And Keke, having gone through it, she has testimonies and stuff. And her thing was, she wanted to get on there and she wanted to tell her story, have the people go through her journey with her, and she wanted to be able to help as many people as she could. That's what she said. She didn't say anything about coming on here to expose Marcel or anybody else. Even if Tisha came to her and said, I need your help to get this information for Marcel, Keke knows Tisha and she knows Marcel, and she know they've been friends for a family for a very long time. So this isn't the first time that Marcel has been accused of stepping out or that Tisha has known about it. So what has Tisha done to make her think that this was going to be the ultimate no-no, where Tisha was going to do something different with the information? Tisha has had the information several times from what I hear. Didn't Martell say he sent her the information via text? So again, like I say, Keke should have just asked her, should have stopped, thought about it, and said, well, wait a minute. Why all of a sudden, now she come to me and wants me to help, but she just went and they just did this whole thing, whole bash session on Melody, talking about Melody is coming for my marriage and Melody trying to ruin my marriage. But now she comes to me, want me to dig up some stuff. The Scotts love people to try to dig up the stuff on their marriage because that gives them a sense of being. That gives them a where they feel as though people are jealous of them, and they feel as though that people, and they try to make it seem like people just not gonna rest, people just not gonna leave us alone until they can prove that Marcel was cheating when he wasn't. And in reality, We all believe he was. Whether he was or wasn't, we don't really care at this point because Tisha is not going to do anything with the information because she brushed over Bootygate and she didn't care. So that tells you right there. Tisha don't care. But Keke, you know better. So instead of saying, okay, let me help my cousin because she asked me, what she does is what she should have done was said no. I don't have anything to do with it. I don't care because you're not going to do anything differently. If it is true, then tell me what you are going to do. But Keke, so she always letting, and it seems to me that she always letting Tisha get the best of her because she wants to be in Tisha company. Tisha don't give a doggone about her. Tisha don't care about her happiness. That's why Keke said when she first started dating her husband, Tisha was mean to him and stuff like that because she didn't want them to be together. She didn't want she was like, if I'm not happy, nobody's going to be happy. So what did she have to do? She had to wind up finding her own apartment. And this is what Keke should always remember. That if these people don't want to see her happy, then move on. Find her happiness. And that way, they could still be cordial. They could still be family. But the problem is that sometimes you have to distance yourself to save a relationship. And Keke didn't pick up on that. The Scotts do not want her on this show. And she played right into their hand with this information. Keke was not supposed to be looking up information and bringing it to the show to make that her storyline. She was not supposed to be going back and forth with Tiffany about if Tiffany knew her or not. Who gives a care if Tiffany know her? Who gives a care if she climbed over a fence to watch a doggone game? Who cares? What we were really rooting for Keke for was to know her story, to know Keke. Keke running to bloggers leaking information about the show. That's not that what Keke didn't have to do all of that, because one thing Keke had on her side were the viewers. She had fans. She didn't she had picked up she had more fans than Scott's 1.0 and 2.0 put together. So Keke did not have to go through it. She didn't have to do it. Her mom didn't have to do it. So I don't know what she was thinking of. Everybody was rooting for her. Well, a good majority of people were rooting for her. And no one was trying to hope she failed except for the people on that show. Scott's 1.0, Scott's 2.0. Those were the people that she had to be worried about, that wanted to end her reality career before she even got on a good foot. So she did this to herself. She know better. So I don't know what she was thinking. But I believe the problem is Keke is she's starving for the Scots affection, the Scots. She wants to be in the Scots circle. And it's like she want to be there so bad till she can't help herself. And when you want something that bad, then that means that you need to step back from it to see if it's actually really for you. And she went about it the wrong way. And she said that Tisha has done so many evil things to her in the past. But the problem is that now over everything that her and Tisha has went through, the mess that she's created with Melody, her going to bloggers has overshadowed everything that her and Tisha has going on. Her story on the show. She should have just stuck to the script and did what she wanted to do. Melody did nothing to her. And She should have never let her emotions get to her. She's a professor, and I'm quite sure many of her students have gotten on her nerves to the point where she's had to take a breath and couldn't go off on them, had to hold her peace. She should have remembered even though this is reality TV, she should have remembered the professor. She should have let the professor Keke come out, and not the Keke that's starving for attention Keke, because that's all it is here, is that Keke embarrassed, don't want to be seen in a bad light, and want everybody to like her. And instead of her realizing everybody's not going to like her, she needs to just pick up the pieces and move on with what she has, and don't worry about the rest. Don't worry about the crumbs. She knew just as well as Tisha knew that she had a story to tell, and so Tisha is not going to let Keke outshine her. Keke has said that several times, but what does Keke do with it? Keke is always, well, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna see, but next time. No, Keke, now you have the platform now. What did you do with it now? Not later, not tomorrow, not I've learned my lesson. It's now. But I believe once she said one thing, it was too late. She was already in it too deep, because my thing is, if you ever want to keep a secret, you have to keep it to yourself, because you never have to worry about a secret that you haven't told getting out. But instead, what does Keke do? She go run venting, and then it's like, oops, it's too late, because she's already told. But probably what she didn't realize is that she was being recorded, and she trusted the wrong person, in my opinion, and she thought she was just venting when actually she could possibly be hurt her whole reality career. Melody is an empire, and anybody, in my opinion, on that show or otherwise would be lucky to work with her, because the lady said, when I find out my friends or people want to do something, I'm going to do my best to help them do it. Keke should have let the noise be the noise, stay on the outside, and she should have teamed up with Melody. She seen Melody come back from nothing. She had to rise up from nothing. We all seen her do it, and she did it quickly in our face. She went all the way down in our face to the bottom, bankruptcy, and came all the way out. All her businesses are new, very new, and she's already made them into $1 million businesses. Keke could have done the same. Miss Van is a published author of not one but several books. Keke could have got advice from Miss Van of how to go about, even if she just doing some short novels, until she got the courage to write her autobiography. She could have done something. She could have opened up that she could have opened up a counseling center. She could have been going back to school to get her certificates to become a counselor, but she's a testimony within herself. So she could have been, trying to get the necessary certificates and things, approvals, and that she needed to get her counseling. She could have started out of her house doing counseling, something, anything, even if they met up a coffee shop, wherever. She could have been doing the work that she wanted to do, the work that she could still do. But Keke got to get out of her own way. Nobody's stopping her. Them Scots not stopping her, because the Scots still is messing up with their own storyline. So Keke could have done what she needed to do. And if she's not kicked off the show, she still could come. She can come back from this, but I don't know if she will, because she's so dead set on trying to be likable with the Scots. Damn the Scots. The Scots don't like the Scots. Tisha don't like Marceau. She don't like Kimmy. Kimmy don't like Tisha. And none of them like each other. But they're forced. They joined forces for the show where they're going to have each other back. And Keke could have had something like that with Melody, because because Melody genuinely liked her. So, and she could have got some help with the business and went in the right direction. But people warned her, don't cross Melody. And she did it anyway. She thought she was doing it secretly. And she probably didn't mean to go as far as she went, but she did. She didn't realize this is Melody's show. And so I don't, like I say, I don't know if Keke is or isn't kicked off the show, but if she is, it's her own demise. She needs to go sit down somewhere and figure it out. And if she's not, then she needs to step up and do what she came to do. And that's help as many people as she can by going down the journey that was set out for her, or that she set out to go on. And that's just my opinion. I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know what you think.